Stepping away from politics for just a moment, Miami, New Year's Eve. Like squads and squads and squads of police cars and everything, and the police chatter, the police radio, the scanners was all shut down. There's nothing specifically new about the police scanners being shut down, but what I find interesting, there was also an incident in Las Vegas where the police scanners were shut down. Now, once again, these incidents both happened on New Year's Eve. Two things, though, about these incidents: they weren't really reported that much. The one in Vegas supposedly was a shooter, and we didn't hear too much about that. Now, the one in Miami wasn't really reported by, how should we call it, your big cable news stations, etc. It kind of spread across the internet. Now, if you see an awful lot of police cars, you tend to think the situation is a serious, something major's happened. I first read about this, and they said some fireworks had gone off, etc. It was played down, almost as if they were trying to push the story away. Now, there are those who would say, well, look, both those areas rely on tourism, and the spread of fear wouldn't really do anything positive for local business, so the story will go away. However, the problem is, there is this footage, particularly in Miami, and what happened in these scenarios, especially because people have time over the holiday season, the conspiracy theory department just explodes. So, well, can anybody help shine a light? We can analyse a little bit of footage, which is just loads of flashing, you know, the flashing things for the police car going as they do. And we're meant to believe in the middle of this is a large creature, because people were saying that this alien, which was 8 foot tall, was there. What I find just miraculous about all of this is most people have a phone, and if anything's going on, the phone's out. You know, you have HD phones. Most phones are capable. They actually say that a phone in 2024 is 30 times more powerful than a movie camera from the 40s or 50s. So you have all of these people there, yet there isn't one clear image. There's no zoom. It's all grainy, which once again feeds that whole conspiracy theory department. Because I suppose people have seen enough science fiction movies, science fiction TV shows, where they almost want it to be something. Now, the police are in, cliche, rock and a hard stone. If they've got nothing, people are going to say, oh, they're hiding something. And if they have something, they wouldn't be able to say it anyway. So, do you get where I'm coming from? But if you look at everything, what I find really this thing has just got everywhere. Like aliens in Miami. And yet no one said it's a distraction, because there are other people in Miami. But what are your thoughts? Because I'm a bit flabbergasted and fascinated by the whole thing. Just how it's like, from nowhere, this story has got out of hands, and there isn't really much they can do about it. And the other thing as well, there are some very clever people. Understand that. Now, you can zoom in, you can put your arrows, you can do your full analysis. There are people who will be able to do special effects that could suddenly put an alien. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference. Never mind AI. But the most important thing in this, and this is what I was going to ask, is the turning off of police scanners during a major incident. What is the thinking behind that? Is that to keep the control of what's going on within the authorities, which is understandable, or is there another side to it? Is there another situation where they think, you know, that whole line, knowledge is information and information is knowledge. Maybe we shouldn't let the people hear too much. Because if they hear what's going on, it may... Well, I don't know. Because in both of these situations, the police scanners went down. And in both of these situations, what I find just incredible, there's no eyewitnesses. In Las Vegas, you know, the hotel was emptied. But no eyewitnesses. Nobody said anything. And the same with Miami. And there's been a few bits and pieces, but in general, if this thing... Look, the amount of police cars in that, you're going to hear that. You know, I'm a little bit familiar with the Miami area. You're going to hear things. But nothing. Like, about it. Anything happens in your local supermarket. Somebody somewhere's put a clip on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or X or whatever it's called. What is going on? What happened in Miami? If you're in Miami, or if you have friends in Miami, or you know anybody in Miami, please, can you get in touch with them and say, the alien, we just called it the alien. Any thoughts on it? Okay, if we look at these videos, all right, can we zoom in? What are you seeing? What are we meant to be looking for? Is there anything there? I can't wait, because you know this story is going to get legs, excuse the expression. I can't wait for all of the experts to suddenly be on cable news. Well, it's possible that the UFOs landed, etc., because this whole industry, and before you know long, they'll probably have their own social media account, the alien. Now, I shouldn't be cynical. I shouldn't have a laugh, because it's the start of a new year, and anything is possible at the start of a new year, particularly in Miami. But one other thing as well, so I mentioned the eyewitnesses. There was a lot of police officers there. It's not possible, it really is not possible, that not one of these police officers has a family or friend who they've spoken to about it. And there's not one journalist who's interviewed a police officer about what went on. You know, Florida, Miami's got quite a few independent media setups. Nothing. So all of those officers who attended this event, and I think there was a chopper opera as well, well, what did they see? How come we haven't heard anything? But am I adding to everything here? I'm just trying to find a solution, because I am lost. I am. And the last thing I will say is, if anybody knows this area of Miami, can you just, in the comment section, describe the terrain, describe the area? And I don't think, you know the story they said it could be a New Year's Eve disturbance or whatever. Look, they have spring break there where there is full-on beefs and all types of street scenarios and situations going on. They don't bring that many officers and squad cars out. So please, if you know this specific area where it happened, tell me what you think, what are you hearing, and why has nobody got any phone footage? Because somebody somewhere probably needs to invent a phone that the good people of Miami or visitors to Miami can turn on, and should they see a 8-foot alien surrounded by hundreds of police cars, be able to film something which at least resembles a bit of photography or cinematography that we can see. That's all. Keep a straight face, Tony. Keep a straight face.